well. Now, just before we talk about Chinese New Year, does anybody know about anything? We've seen one already. That Chinese people have invented anything, do you think? Do you know of anything? Yeah, go on.
Lanterns.
They didn't invent lanterns, but you will see lanterns that are all lit up and sometimes close into the sky. Anything, we saw it before on the screen, and they're very, very loud, and we normally see them in
Fireworks.
Yeah. Firecrackers, that's right, or fireworks. It's actually the powder that goes inside, the gunpowder that goes inside. Chinese people invented that as well. Do you know about anything else that Chinese people invented? I'll give you one more of these. Any of the grown-ups? Any other Chinese inventions?
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're very close. Okay, the answer here was paper.
Oh.
Now, it's not actually paper because the Egyptians invented something called papyrus from papyrus leaves a long time before the Chinese people. But Chinese people invented printing. They invented printing and to actually print onto paper. And alongside that, they also invented paper money as well. So that paper money folds, goes in your red envelopes, and you get those as presents then as well. And so there's some Chinese inventions as well. Now, how many animals are there in that? You don't even know what I'm asking yet. How many animals are there in the Chinese calendar? You can answer. Yeah, how many? No, there's more than that. How many animals are there in the Chinese calendar? 12! Yeah, 12! There are 12 animals in the Chinese calendar. Did you say that before? I couldn't hear it. There's 12 animals. Right, I'm going to show you the animals and they're going to pop up on here on the screen. And as they pop up, what I'd like you to do is make the sound that that animal makes.
Oh.
Can you do that?
Oh yes.
Can you do that? Yes! Are you sure? Yes! Okay, this is grown-ups as well, especially photographers. Especially, okay, right? Now, we're going to bring them up. So first of all, the first animal is a rat. What does a rat sound like? It's like a mouse.
Squeak.
Okay. The next animal is an ox, which is like a cow. What does a cow sound like? You better try it. Okay. The next animal is this year's animal, and it's a tiger. What's a tiger sound like? Okay, well done. The next animal on the Chinese calendar is a rabbit. What does a rabbit sound like? Boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing.
The next animal is a dragon. What does a dragon sound like?
Oh.
It's like a tiger. The next animal is a snake. That's an easy one. There we go, a snake's like pants all over it. Right, a horse. What does a horse sound like? Yay! Is that your favourite one? Is that where you think it's... Oh, right, okay. The next one is a sheep. What does a sheep sound like? Well done. The next animal is a monkey. That's another easy one. Well done. The next animal on the Chinese calendar is a chicken. What's a chicken sound like? Well done. The next one is a dog. That's another easy one. And finally, which animal's missing? Do you know? No dragons there. Which animal's missing? One more. It is the pig is missing. What's a pig sound like? So they're the 12 animals of the Chinese calendar. And this year, it's going to be Tiger, who's looking after the Chinese New Year. Now, it's Tiger's job, and it has been Tiger's job this year, to collect 5 special magical things to help people cook their Chinese New Year meal. Now you ready? I'm going to test you on this later. Okay? So there's 5 things that Chinese people have got to, that Tiger's got to collect to help Chinese people celebrate Chinese New Year. So first of all, there's soil for the earth. Okay? Soil. Then there's water. Okay, they can drink. There's wood that you find off a tree. Fire, really hot fire. And metal. Okay? Metal.
Oh, I see.
Okay? So you might think, why do we need those 5 things to help people cook the Chinese New Year meal? Well, we need soil or earth because we can grow things in it, like plants and vegetables. What do we need to give plants and vegetables what do we need to give them to make them grow bigger? Water. So there you go. So you've got soil, then you've got water to water the plants. Then you need to find some wood to burn the wood to make fire. So you can cook all the food on the fire then. And then what do you put your food into? Metal pots and pans to cook them in. So that's why you need the soil to grow vegetables. You need water to make the vegetables grow bigger. Then you've got wood to make fire so that you can cook things in your pots and pans. So the tiger's job is to find those 5 things, yes. Well, we'll test you in a minute. Our friend said, well, actually, you can speak some Chinese. We will test you all in a moment on that, okay? And you'll have your chance, I promise you, okay? Right, now, so it's Tiger's job this year to go and find those 5 things. What were they again? There was soil, water, wood,
metal,
fire, and metal.
Fire. Oh.
Okay, to help people cook the Chinese New Year meal. So it's Tiger's job. Now, Tiger is very, very brave. He's very, very fast. He's very, very clever. But there's one thing that he doesn't know. But you'll know it. There's one thing that Tiger couldn't do. He didn't know, and he doesn't know, his left from his right.
Oh.
It's terrible. It is. Now, do you know your left from your right? I ask adults this all the time when Right, okay, so first of all, let's see all of your right hands in the air. Let's have a look at your right hands. Well done, grown-ups, is all I can say. Well done, grown-ups, okay. Now, put your hands back down. Let's see all your left hands in the air. Oh, well done. There you go. Brilliant, okay. So you all know your left from your right, but Tiger doesn't know his left from his right.
Oh.
So, as we said, it's Tiger's job.
It's not a big problem.
5 special
First world problem.
The Chinese New Year tips so that people can make a Chinese New Year meal. So Tiger went, lived with all the animals of the Chinese calendar, but he went into the woods, and all the other animals said, if you need to find these 5 things, you need to go to the edge of the woods and then turn right. And Tiger goes, okay, I'll go and do that. So Tiger went out to search for these 5 things, and he went to the edge of the woods, and he goes, which way did all the other animals tell me to go? They said, go right. Okay, I'll go right. Guess which way he went?
Left.
He went the wrong way, he went left, he went that way over there.
Silly
so he
tiger.
was searching and searching and searching for these 5 things. He couldn't even find the soil or the wood or any water. He couldn't find any of the things. All the other animals thought, Tiger's been long time. He only needed to go to the edge of the woods and turn right. I bet you he's gone the wrong way. So all the other animals went to look for him. And it took a little while, but they found Tiger. They said, which way have you gone, Tiger? You went the wrong way. Quick, we need to get these 5 things all collected, ready for people to cook the Chinese New Year meal as quick as possible. So all the animals helped each other to go and find these 5 things, bring them back to the little home in the woods, and then help people cook the Chinese New Year meal. But what were those 5 things again?
I can do
one
it.
Of them. One. Metal was one. Wood was another one. Water, yeah, what? Soil, one more. Not fireworks, but just fire. Just fire. So well done, well done. So they're the 5 things that Tiger had to collect. And for the grown-ups, they're the 5 elements of within Chinese culture, those 5 things are the 5 elements. And so Tiger had to collect those. So that's a little story about Tiger and what he had to collect this year. Now, we were just talking before to our friend out here about speaking Chinese. Apart from the obvious people who are heard speaking Cantonese on the way in, is there anybody that knows any Chinese words? Any of the children, any of the little ones know any Chinese words? Yes, go on.
Say hello is ni hao.
That's right, okay, so to say hello in Mandarin is ni hao, okay?
Ni hao.
Now, we're going to speak some Chinese now. When it comes to speaking Chinese, it's very, very important whereabouts in your voice you are, okay? They're called tones. So you can be high up in your voice, in the middle of your voice, or low down in your voice down here, okay? And all little swiggles as well in all different ways. So I'm going to teach you and it's important for today because we're celebrating Chinese New Year here, is how to say a phrase that we normally hear during Chinese New Year. What is that phrase that you'll hear?
Happy New Year.
Okay, so we've heard something here that was along those lines. Anybody else? Have you learned this in school? Have you seen this in school or any of the grown-ups? Okay? Yeah, it's a phrase that's used during Chinese New Year, and the phrase is "gong hei fa toi." It actually means, yeah, you know that one is all this and it actually means good luck and prosperity. It's just a greeting that you hear. It's just like when on somebody's birthday you may say many happy returns. But somebody who doesn't speak English might think that means happy birthday, but it's just something to say during that time. So I'm going to teach you these 4 words, but first of all, we need to see how the tones, how high up or low down in your voice you are, changes the meaning of the word. So little ones, sit up straight, let's have a look here. Okay, right, lovely. Now, if we take the sound, ma, okay, if we spell it in English, it'll be M-A. If we say it high up in the voice, it sounds like this. Ma. And that means your mum. Okay? It's easy. Your mum. If you say it in the middle of your voice, it sounds like this. Ma. Okay, do the 2 for you. Right? So you've got ma, which is your mum. And in the middle of your voice, it's ma. And that's a horse. Okay, so you've got to be very careful. Otherwise, you might say, my horse is cooking my dinner and my mum's just jumping over that fence. So you've got to be very, very careful when you say the words. If you say it lower again, and it sounds like this, ma. Okay, I'll do all 3. So, ma is your mother, ma is a horse, and ma is your dad's mum. Specifically, your dad's mum is a different word for your mum. Okay? So, it's really important how you say
It's very
this word.
complicated.
So I'm going to teach you how to say gong hei fa toi. Proper way, even though my English grammar is for a minute. So we've got, the first word is gong, and it's high up in your voice. I'm going to try that. So it's high up in your voice, and it's gong.
Gong. Gong.
We'll try that. Put a little bit more effort into that. Let's have a look. Listen. So it's high up in the voice. It sounds like this. Gong.
Gong.
Well done, okay? Now the next word starts in the middle of your voice, goes down and then back up again at the end, like when you ask a question, and it sounds like this. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, and everybody's head does that.
Hey.
And the next word is in the middle of your voice, and it's this word. I'm going to say it first. It's ba. But it's not fat, okay? I know I've eaten too much over Christmas, but it's not fat. It's as though you're going to say the word fat. You don't actually say the T. You go to say it, you don't actually say it, so it sounds like this. Fa.
Fa.
You said fat now. And the last word is really low down in your voice, and it sounds like this. Toy.
Oi.
So it's like a toy that you play with, you know, like a toy that you give Christmas. But it's low down. Toy. Okay, so we'll try all those one at a time again.
Oh God. Gong.
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 Hey.
Hey.
Hold on. Fa.
Fa. Toy.
That's it. Okay, that's really good. Okay. Right. So we'll do it all in one go. So
Oh dear.
Okay. So take a deep breath. Ready? Here we go.
Gong. Hey. Fa. Toy.
Well done. Okay, and that's how you actually say the phrase. Now remember,
Gong.
I'm testing you in a moment as well.
Hey.
Now.
Fa.
That's how you say
Toy.
that. Yeah, well done. So are you practicing that? Was that meant to be in your head, but if you actually said it out loud, well done. Okay, but you did very well there. You did very well. So that's those 4 words speaking Chinese. Now, can you remember all the animals of the Chinese calendar? What I want you to do is make a really loud sound this time. Because I know that there's some dancers. There's the lion.